Good morning. Hey guys, welcome back to Tiki Rick Adventures. Today I'm going to go into Disneyland and look at the new merchandise that's come out, and we're just going to try some new food items and have a fun day at Disneyland. So let's get this started. The Esplanade looks so empty without that big Tower of the Four Winds tribute from Pixar Fest. It's so odd. I kind of like it though, and I love that the music is back. When I walked in, it was Golden Afternoon from Alice in Wonderland. I like the original Esplanade music. The Pixar Fest stuff was fun, but the original music is hard to beat. So I actually have a virtual queue for Haunted Mansion that's ready right now. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go ride Haunted Mansion, and then we'll get our day started. But it's supposed to be 96 degrees today, one of the hottest days we've had here for summer. Boy, can you feel it. It's not even noon yet, and it is so hot. That sun is just beating down on us. So I'm glad I got my umbrella, I got my sunscreen on. I'm gonna stay very hydrated, but let's start with some air conditioning at Haunted Mansion. All right, look what appeared yesterday. Winky Blinky Mickey, we love him. He's here for the Halloween season. He's so cute. It's really a popular item these days, it's pretty cool. But yeah, there he is.
Actually, the train was just behind us.
Are you ready to resume your visit? We will continue our holiday tour in no time at all. We will continue your holiday tour momentarily. Kindly cross work his way. We will continue your holiday tour.
I like this Christmas thing. Zero, I told you.
So when I got in line, the line was wrapped all the way down towards Bayou Country down there, about halfway down the brown fence. The line has been processed since then. There's no line now. It's just the switchbacks in the front. But don't let that deter you. It's really not that long of a wait. The queue looked really long for Haunted Mansion, but I'm glad I did it anyways. Even though you have a virtual queue, you still have to wait in a little bit of a line, but it really wasn't as bad as it looked. I was in the foyer before the stretching room in about 9 minutes. So that's really not too bad of a wait. 9 minutes, and then they did have a lot more people in the groups this time, so I did have to wait in the hallway before you get on your Doom Buggy for quite a while. That was another 10 minutes right there. But it looks worse than it actually is because they're not using this portion of the queue that they were using last time I boarded with a virtual queue. So I don't know why they stopped using that little switchback area, but they're doing more switchbacks on the outside. So even though it was backed up into Bayou Country, it really only took 9 minutes, which is really not that bad. I was glad to see the Hatbox Ghost was working again. But one big problem is the ride stopped over a dozen times, and each time it would stop for about a minute, up to 3 minutes. They weren't long pauses, but it really takes you out of the immersion. And it was kind of a bummer, and you'd have to listen to the same spiels over and over. At one point I got stopped on the lift hill going backwards down into the graveyard scene, and I had to listen to that vampire teddy bear laughing and laughing over and over, and it was like auditory torture. But yeah, it was not too bad. It just was annoying to sit there and have to listen to the same audio over and over. I wish they had turned the audio off. But yeah, we stopped about a dozen times, so that really was a bummer. Still glad I did it, but man, it is very hot out there. There's no shade, so just be ready, be prepared with water if you're gonna do Haunted Mansion. There's no shade in that queue, so you'll be standing out in the queue for 10 to 20 minutes, and you'll be in the direct sunlight too. It does get very hot. It's blacktop that you're standing on, so it gets really, really hot, and you can feel the heat radiating off the blacktop. It's really bad, it's really brutal. But once you're in there, the air conditioning's really nice, so it's definitely a good break for air conditioning. All right, so I just spent like 3 hours in the DVC lounge actually with friends, just hanging out and catching up with them. I was mainly just trying to stay out of the heat too. So it's always fun to have good company and get out of the heat for the day. It is 4 p.m. now, so it's a little bit cooler. It's still very brutal. I've been drinking electrolytes all day, drinking water. Make sure you guys drink your water when you're here. I know I say that all the time and I sound like a broken record, but I've seen the EMTs and the stretchers come out today. They come out every day during the summer and they have to rescue people. And it's preventable. It's definitely a preventable thing. You need to stay more hydrated than you would think. I've been drinking lots and lots of water today and I still feel beat. And I was in the air conditioning for part of the day and it still wipes you out being in this heat. It's 96 degrees today, so it's no joke. But I'm gonna grab some food at California Adventure now. First, let's go to World of Disney and we're gonna check out the store over there. I think there's a couple of new items, so we're gonna see if we can find anything new. And I got my umbrella, so that's really helping to get shade too. Between the umbrella and the water, I'm doing pretty good for it being 96. I'm not all beet red, and it definitely makes a difference. The umbrella is a lifesaver. So let's go shopping for a little bit. So this shirt came out after the rest of the collection. I already bought this last week, but it just came out last week and I really like it. Let me show you the back. It says Mickey's Pumpkin Patch 1928, but I like the seamless print that they did, the attention to detail, how it overlaps and it's basically the same from seam to seam. I like that. Even the pocket they lined up. I really like that attention to detail. Tommy Bahama always does that and I really appreciate that Disney's doing that now. So here's the back. And this is $64.99 like all the t-shirts are. All the button-ups are $64.99. But I love that on the bottom there. Mickey's Pumpkin Patch, established 1928. The colors are fantastic. I love it so much. And it's actually pretty lightweight and breathable. So yeah, it's a really nice t-shirt. Highly recommend getting this one. I like it a lot. I'm gonna wear it on Friday, I think, for the first time to celebrate the start of Halloween. This is a new sweatshirt that came out. It's a crew neck sweatshirt. It's very, very soft. I like that. It's a little bit thin, but it's super soft on the inside. No price, but I think those are $54.99. I love Mickey Skeleton there. We love him. Look at that little pumpkin bow tie he has. How adorable. Very darling. And the back is nice as well. It says Disneyland Resort and it's got the spooky trees. I like that. I like the colors a lot. I like the material. It's very nice fabric. Very nice sweater. And for that sweater, I found one with a price tag, $59.99. Some of them didn't have tags, but yeah, I found one and it's $59.99. I don't think I showed this. If I did show it, I apologize, but I don't think I showed this yet. But this is the trick-or-treat bucket this year. Happy Halloween on the back with some candy and Mickey on the front, of course. That's cool. And that will cost you $19.99. There's also this new Stitch button-up. I like it, but I'm not going to get it. See how thin it is? You can actually see it see-through because it's very, very thin, which is nice because it's breathable. But this patch is really, really rough, so that would rub on your chest all day. It's an embroidered patch that's actually sewn in there. So yeah, that would be really uncomfortable. But it's weird how see-through this one is. And the back is cute, but I'm not crazy about it. Creepiest pumpkin in the patch. I like the design, I like the stitch in the pumpkin, but the wording I would change. I don't know, it's just not my favorite. I'm gonna skip on this one. I love Stitch merchandise, but this one's just not for me. All the bats and all the bunting is around DCA now. I love how they decorate Buena Vista Street. It's always cool. I love the bats, especially the bats coming out of the belfry. See them up there in the tower? The bats coming out of Carthay Circle. I love them. This is $54.99. I like the shiny gold on it, a ghoul's best friend. This is just a zip-up hoodie. It's kind of nice though. I like that. That's a new one. I haven't seen that yet. That's a really nice touch. It has Mickey in his skeleton costume with the Disneyland logo on the front. Very nice. There's a close-up look at the bats. I love how the bats are like flying out in flight. Very spooky, very cool. I love the decorations at DCA. I think I prefer DCA over Disneyland for Halloween decorations, but the Five and Dime is gonna start right now actually. So before getting food, I'm just gonna watch the Five and Dime real quick. cool. Something you don't see every day. This is some daytime testing of World of Color. Could they be adding a Halloween scene that they're testing? Who knows? It could just be routine maintenance. It might not be anything. It could just be a general test going on. But maybe it is Halloween that they're adding. I'm not sure. But yeah, the fountains are going off in full force. That's kind of cool to see during the day. You don't see that every day. Look at this contraption. That's pretty interesting. Wow, it's a speaker system for World of Color. Those are really hidden down in there and underneath the water level. Huh. That's a lot of speakers. Wow. This is really interesting for me to watch this kind of hydraulic lift that lifts them up. It's pretty cool. Like, there they go. They keep going. That's a really tall speaker system. And they just turned on. That was cool to be standing right here for it, to hear it come on. Yeah, those go taller than I thought. That's really tall. I love the behind the scenes stuff. I feel like I'm traversing across the Sahara Desert. It is so hot out here. This is ridiculous. I don't know how people are doing it without an umbrella. But yeah, I'm going to the far corners of the earth today because I think I'm going to go to Galaxy's Edge after this. But I'm going to try something that I've never tried before, and we are almost there. We beat the heat, and we are almost there, and food will be with us soon. I feel like I just walked across the surface of the sun itself. I'm being dramatic. That's some Shakespearean level dramatics for you. It is very hot today, though. To be honest, it's really, really hot. I feel very deeply and badly for the cast members that have to work out in this. I don't know how they are doing it in costume. Props to them for still maintaining a positive attitude and still spreading that cast member magic. That's an incredible feat to accomplish in this heat. I don't know, people are walking around all day. I walked around just for a little bit and I'm wiped. I'm well hydrated and I have an umbrella. But I walked all the way from Disneyland to Pixar Pier, so that's a pretty far walk, and I tend to walk quickly even when I'm trying to walk slow. But I went to Poultry Palace because I've never been there before, and then I walked over here to Boardwalk Pizza just to get a table because there's a lot more tables over here. There's not a lot of places to sit over on Pixar Pier, so I figured I'd come here and just sit and relax and eat my lunch, take it easy over here. Now this is an item I've never had. Right off the bat, it gets 10 out of 10 for presentation. The little box that looks like a castle or a palace is adorable. It's absolutely adorable. I love the presentation. I like how they put it in a box so you can just carry it. It made it very simple to carry over here. They even give you a little set of utensils in there, and she offered 2 types of sauce, so I asked for both of them. They're not extra charged. I figured I might as well try them. Sauce is the boss, in my opinion. I am a condiment king. I love sauces. If you know me, you know I love dipping sauces. I love hot sauces. I'm known to eat eggs with like 6 types of hot sauce and salsa. I like a variety. Variety is the spice of life, and I like having different bites of the same food, you know? So I'll have like a green hot sauce and a red hot sauce, and each bite is different that way. Well, in this case, the chicken is seasoned, so that'll be one type of variety on its own, one bite. And then you get Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Sweet Baby Ray's is the best barbecue sauce. And I've never had their sweet red chili sauce. I've had sweet red chili sauce in general before, but never Sweet Baby Ray's. So I'm gonna try that out too. I think that'll be really good. This is $10.99 and it comes with 4 drumettes. And it's kind of like shake and bake chicken. It smells very good though. It smells well seasoned. It looks well seasoned. It's coated on the outside. But the slaw that it comes with looks really weird. It looks like a vinegar-based slaw. It doesn't have mayonnaise base like a normal coleslaw would. So I'm a little apprehensive about that. It's a little pale looking. It's a little lackluster looking. It looks like cabbage and carrots, to be honest. It kind of smells like cabbage and carrots. It's like they forgot the sauce. I'm assuming there's vinegar on it though, so I'm gonna give that a bite first. As you can tell, I'm not sold yet. I'll give it a try. I normally love coleslaw, but I don't love the look of this coleslaw. So let's give this a try just to see. I don't love that. I really don't like it at all. It kind of tastes like unwashed cabbage. It tastes a little dirty, which is weird and hard to describe. It's got a slight bit of sweetness. It's slightly acidic from the vinegar, but it doesn't have enough vinegar and it doesn't have enough flavor in general. It kind of just tastes like nothing. It tastes like cabbage mostly, but like unwashed cabbage. I don't know what that's about. I would not recommend the slaw. Don't really care for that. But let's move on to the main part, the chicken. I'm gonna try the chicken on its own. Okay, that is really very good. It's really well seasoned. It's a little bit spicy. It's got a little bit of a kick. It's kind of sweet and it's smoky. It's not like a barbecue seasoning. It's like a black pepper seasoning, but it's slightly sweet and smoky. It's really good. It's super flavorful. It's got a nice flavor of chili powder in there too. It's really, really good. I actually really like that. I'm surprised I never tried this before. That is way better than I expected it to be. What is with this napkin though? They give you the thinnest little 1-ply napkin that's not gonna do anything for chicken. I have more napkins. I grabbed more. That's just what came in the little utensil packet they gave me. It just made me laugh because I'm like, this napkin is useless, but oh well. Try it with the barbecue sauce next. Get a little Sweet Baby Ray's. I know what Sweet Baby Ray's tastes like, but I still want to try it on this chicken and just see. That's really good. I really like this. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. It'd get a little higher score if the coleslaw was edible. But in my opinion, that is not edible coleslaw. It's not good. I really don't like that coleslaw at all. I'm just gonna pour on a little sweet chili sauce here. I love sweet chili sauce. It's the best to dip your egg rolls or your lumpia in that. It's really, really good. But I've never had Sweet Baby Ray's sweet chili sauce, so let's try this out. That is really good. The sweet chili sauce is a little bit spicy, but it's very sweet. I like that a lot. I like it with the barbecue sauce. I like it plain, and I like it with the sweet chili. All three variations are very good. This is a very good dish. I'm surprised, like I said, that I've never had this before. Give it a try. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I really enjoy this. This is a good lunch. The Green Army men are behind me. I feel like I have to run so they don't run me over. But I'm going to the other ends of the Earth now. Actually, another planet, in fact. I'm going to go to Galaxy's Edge. There's a couple drinks. There's quite a few drinks over there that I wanted to try. I want something cold and refreshing, so let's go try some drinks out. The crowds have been so weird and so unpredictable. Today's a Tuesday, and it's medium level busy, medium to high level of crowds. Last Saturday and Sunday, there was nobody here. Some of the rides were walk-ons, and I heard Rise of the Resistance was 20 minutes on Sunday at certain points. That's crazy. But then yesterday, which was a Monday, was crammed, maximum capacity kind of day. Everything was super long waits. And I think part of it is because the Imagine key is finally back, so people with the lowest tier key could come back starting yesterday. But today's not too bad. Today's not as bad as yesterday was, so we're lucky. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do any rides. I might do some rides if the wait times die down later this evening, so we'll see. These new ears are part of the Disney Eats collection, so this is the Pineapple Dole Whip collection. Those are kind of nice ears. $39.99 for those. Starbucks has a plastic tumbler to match that Disney Eats Pineapple Dole Whip collection, so that's what the tumbler looks like. Starbucks logo there. It's a little bit glittery, if you can see. It's shimmery. And it's got a round dome top, which is kind of unique, and it comes with a straw. That is $29.99. This is the Loungefly for that collection. It's got some drips on the side there. Pineapple skin on the outside there. And the back is just plain. It just looks like that. And it's $88 for the Loungefly backpack. And here's a look at the Spirit jersey for that collection too. Those are all the items. The Spirit jersey is going to be the last one. It's a yellow to white gradient down onto the bottom there. The sleeve has 3 Dole Whips there. And they are a little sparkly too. And there's a look at the front for that one. That is $79.99 for the Spirit jersey. These character bags are in stock at the Emporium. They've been very sought after. They've been selling out, so I've heard they're kind of hard to find. They have 2 of them right now. There's 2 more though. They're missing Minnie and they're missing Baymax, but I'll show you this Mickey one. Those are $44.99. It's a pretty basic canvas bag with Mickey on the front. I like them. And the back says Disneyland Resort. The Stitch one is unique though, because the back has the Disneyland logo. I'll show you, but it's also got Stitch on the back. So I like that one. You get more bang for your buck because there's 2 designs on it. See, the back of the Stitch one, he's taken a bite out of the D, the E, and the D, which is hilarious. And it's also got Stitch himself on there. So I think that's pretty cool. And that's also $44.99, so it's the same price. Like I said, they're missing Minnie, and they have a Baymax one as well, but they've been selling out. They've been having trouble stocking these. So the path reopened yesterday, and the restrooms under Hungry Bear are back open too. I'm just taking the long way because, well, I can, and for a long time you couldn't take this way. This is my preferred entrance to Galaxy's Edge. I just think it's the most immersive because it's a slower transition. It's got more liminal space, and it lets you really sink into the Galaxy's Edge feel. And the other ones are just a short burst of a tunnel, you know, that you just kind of go through. This way's a little bit longer. It really has a more in-depth level of immersion this way, in my opinion. But I'm glad it's back open. It'll clear up some of the other pathways, so this is nice. And there's a look at the new Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree sign that they put up. It's a nice sign. They did a good job. It smells like fresh paint all around here and varnish. All the wood's been refinished, and it's got a very odorous smell to it. Every time I come over to this area, Mandalorian comes out. I could see him and Grogu again. They just walked by me. They got quite a crowd though. But I got a new drink from Katsaka's Kettle. It's new to me. I don't know how long it's been there, but I wanted something cold. Don't substitute cold sugary drinks for water. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, because cold sugary drinks, though they may be refreshing tasting, they're not hydrating for you. They're actually dehydrating. You want to try to avoid drinking too much sugar in a day like this. But this is the Dothamer Sprint Slush. It smells really good. It's a watermelon lemon lime slush with boba. It doesn't say what flavor the boba is though. There's just boba spheres. That's all it says on the menu. And it's got a strawberry cream on top. It also looks like it has some dehydrated strawberry powder on top. It's kind of like the freeze-dried strawberries that you get in that Special K cereal or in Honey Bunches of Oats strawberries. It's the same freeze-dried strawberry smell, but it's all ground up very finely. So I think it's just freeze-dried strawberries that they ground up and put on top there too. It smells really good. It smells like strawberry. I can smell the watermelon. Let's give it a taste. They gave me a paper boba straw to get some of the bobas. Let me try to get a little bit of everything here if I can. Wow. That's incredible. It's very, very sweet. Just be warned about that. See these space flies? What are these? They're like giant flies. They're very large, larger than Earth flies. They're very big here in Galaxy's Edge. There's a lot of flies today though. Usually there's not a lot of flies in Galaxy's Edge or in Disneyland in general, but they are swarming in areas today. I noticed that. I don't know, I noticed like, I'm very detail oriented, so I noticed the little things, and I noticed right when I walked in that the flies are everywhere. You can see them though, they're like hitting me in the head and they're flying around. Maybe it's because everyone is sufficiently sweaty today. There's just more flies out. I don't know what's going on. This is fantastic. It's very sweet. I don't get a lot of the lemon lime flavor. I get a lot of watermelon and I get a lot of strawberry. It's really, really good. The highlight for me is the cream. This is super unique. This is not a drink that you'll find anywhere else. This is unlike any drink or any slushie that I've ever had, to be honest. The standout is the cream on top. I've never had a slushie that had cream, and this strawberry cream is really good. It's really creamy, really milky. It adds a nice consistency to it, and it's a really nice balance between the wateriness of the slush itself. I would totally get this again. This is like a 10 out of 10 drink. It's very, very sweet. It's sweeter than I normally like a drink to be, but I'm gonna sip it pretty slowly so I can still enjoy this. This is really, really good. If you like sweet drinks, you're gonna enjoy this. If you don't like sweet things, you might not, but I generally don't like very sweet things, and I really enjoy this. This is super good. The boba spheres don't taste like much, but they add a really nice texture. I love how they pop in your mouth. This is awesome, but I want to try to get that cream just on its own on the top. Yeah, it's got a very strong strawberry flavor, very strong watermelon flavor. That cream is amazing, absolutely delicious. This is a really good slush. This is way better than I expected it to be. You won't be disappointed. This is really, really good. Best slush I've ever had at Disneyland. The strawberry cream on top tastes like it could be a strawberry flavored coconut milk. It's very, very creamy though. It's got almost an oily consistency, but in a really good way. It's really delicious. I like that a lot. Did anybody else notice the sports announcements at Galaxy's Edge lately? There's kind of like the radio station, you hear in the bathrooms, and you hear it by the Black Spire Outpost. And lately it's been sounding like sports announcements, like fake space sports. And I only started noticing that around the time that the Olympics started. So I'm thinking it's a nod, like a subtle nod to the Olympics. Like maybe that's their version of the Space Olympics or something. But yeah, it's pretty funny actually when you listen to it. They get points for being trickier than other people. They use a lot of Star Wars term. I love a good Star War. But yeah, that was really funny. I've been noticing that lately, and I think I'm onto something with that. It was a lot busier earlier today. Look, the wait times are dropping down. Mickey and Minnie's is at 30, Small World 5. Matterhorn is 20. Maybe Matterhorn just reopened. You never see that at 20 minutes. Star Tours is only 20. That's really low. Big Thunder Mountain is 35. Pirates at 20. Jungle Cruise at 20. Even Smuggler's Run is 20. I think I'm going to try Single Rider for Matterhorn, and then I might hop over to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, because last time I tried to ride that, it was closed. So let's go ride a couple of rides.
4 boys. Please study the seating house now. You're just above it. Bumps in a bumps now.
So Matterhorn was listed at a 20-minute wait, but it was much longer. I saw the standby queue was way longer than 20 minutes, more like a 40-minute wait. It was a very long queue. I waited 22 minutes in single rider, so that's really not bad. That's a fair trade-off. And since I'm by myself, sometimes single rider just works out great. It's a fun ride, but I'm still really warm. It's almost 7 o'clock and it's really warm. Small World says it's a 5-minute wait. The line is going out and pretty far back, so I think it's going to be more like a 10 or 15-minute wait, but I'm still going to do it to try to get some air conditioning, and that'll be my last ride for the night, and then I'm going to head out after that. It's the prettiest time of night. I love this when the lights come on Main Street and the sun's just going down, but it's not completely dark. It's beautiful tonight. It's still 89 degrees and it's 7:30. It's very, very hot. Every time I've walked in the Esplanade today, I'm not kidding, 5 times I've heard the Tiki Room song. This is my song, so I love it. Thank you guys for coming along with me today. I had a lot of fun despite the heat. It is supposed to cool down. On Friday, it's supposed to be 80 degrees, which is much, much nicer than 96 like it was today. And you never know if we get heat waves after that. It does often get hot in late August and September, and we even get heat waves in October. So you just never know. Be prepared for the heat if you're going to be coming anytime soon, up until fall when it starts cooling down for real. November's when it really takes a turn and cools down. But I will be back for Halloween, so the next video that you see will be the official start of Halloween at Disneyland. But thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, I hope you take care, and I'll see ya.